Hello, everybody, and I wanted to touch base with you on some of the promo specials that we have going on right now. But I'm Connie Skaggs from Ladson, South Carolina, and I'm an independent Creative Memories advisor. And I do videos on my YouTube channel, and so hopefully this will make sense. This is kind of like last minute. I'm taking an idea that was taught last night. I want to show you a couple things, but the current promo we have is a spend get. And in the US, if you spend $135 in product, and that could be spines as well as, other storage, tape, whatever things that you're needing. But also included in that would be your, the things that are on sale, or they've done this special promotion for the Fast to Fab albums and bundles and pages, which that is a big savings over our regular pages or over their pages even, because normally it's a 20% off, and they don't do this often. So I was very pleased that you could get some of the bundles, and if you purchase an album and the pages that are already pre-designed, and if you don't like them, just cover them up with some paper, because it's easy to do. I know that's a trend of doing layers of paper, and it's okay, but you can just add maybe some mats or, some paper that would be coordinating with it. And our cardstock coordinates with all of our collections. And those are the way to get pages done fast. You've got a bundle of pictures, you don't really have a collection that you're worried about or something, and you just want to get them done. That's a fast way to get them done. That's the reason they call it Fast to Fabulous. And so you can get those completed in a shorter period of time. And sure, you might want to decorate them with a border or put something else, but this spend and get, these are exclusive items that you don't get, that they don't put out for sale. They are some kind of a promotion. They don't even maybe have a lot of them in stock, but they do these occasionally so that we have options. And so right now I'm going to change my camera, because I'm going to show you these, and then I'll show you some things with them. But for the first, for one bundle, and let me change my picture, and I just like to, switch this over for you, okay? And hopefully you can see, and I put it on the HD, so it's a wider screen and all that. But the first one is this Unbe-leaf-able paper pack. There's 6 papers in it, and then they have this Unbe-leaf-able border punch, and I'm going to show something with that in a little bit. But they also, just set this aside, they also have another bundle, so you can't get, if for every 135 that you spend, you can pick one of these bundles. These are still available. Both of them are still available. I just went on. Several of our Fast to Fab are available. Some are sold out and stuff. But if you need pages or paper or tape, or, maybe you want a storage item, maybe you want something to store your punches in, get the tool tote. That's $40 going toward, or $39.50 going toward those things. And so, maybe you like you make your pages ahead of time, say at a virtual crop or some designs that I'm showing you. And then you just want to put the pictures on them and drop them in top loading pages and get you some extra top loading pages. Those things can add up fast. But, there's a lot of things that you may think about, oh, I need an extra mat. I've been wanting to get this trimmer, and it was a little pricey maybe for me, so $49. But when you think you get to have another punch and another stack of paper free because you've bought this and placed it, and maybe you got the tool tote or something like that. Maybe you needed to get some extra mats like this. Maybe you wanted to get more of the blades that come with it. And here I've got this one out. I need to put it back in, my scoring blade. So there's things that you know, you want to always have, but maybe you just hadn't thought about that. Maybe you need the zero centering ruler. Maybe you wanted to get this new circle maker and it's $26.50. Maybe you wanted to get the new bow and envelope maker and that's $26.50. And it comes with the stylus, you know, for you to do your grooves. You can do these notches, and I'm going to show a special on that soon. I mean, a special design on that. So any of those tools like that you want, it doesn't take very many to get to 135. And like I say, and you do not have to do 2 orders of 135 if you want both bundles, because you can choose. So you got 135, but if you order at least 270 plus, and then you can pick one of each of these. It's totally up to you. You could pick 2, but I don't know why you'd want 2 of the same unless you really like the paper. But this one is the Ladybug punch. And we had a punch a few years ago called a Little Bug Trio. And so it had a ladybug in it, but it also had a butterfly and some other kind of little bug, but bee or something. I don't remember. But anyway, this one is a good size of little ladybugs. We got 3 different sizes. And so this one is about the size of a penny, and this one is about the size of a dime. This one is a tiny bit smaller. So maybe that'll help, you know. But, you know, it's got the little holes in it. And I just think they're really cute and stuff, easy to add to pages. And of course, we'll see that in a minute. And then they have this Ladybug paper, the paper pack. It's got a lot of greenery, spring, you know, some reds and things in it. So this would be one promo, and this pack here would be considered another promo if you chose it. Okay. Now, something that I do want to show, some of this out of my way. And I'm not going to use this paper since I only got the one pack. I don't kind of want to design something special for them. Also, if you like our templates, and these are our recipe, and they call them a recipe template, just means that it's a template so you can make a different design. And they have these all cut where you can do it with a, you know, you would lay this down on your paper. You could cut out these squares, whatever size they are. A lot of people would trace these and then trim them. Well, let me show you. Oh, this one's not going to show up very well. But anyway, these fit perfectly for this area. So say that you had decided on the squares. This is big enough for a circle. They showed here the circle size. You know, if you wanted to do different pictures in them, or you wanted to cut these blocks, and then you wanted to cut these and trim them, you could just put them under, you know, where those would be, you know, and then when you take it up, then that would be on your paper. Also, when you punch out these, you know, you have all this negative stuff here, the other pieces, and you just have to mix and match. And if I already adhered them, I'll put it that way. Have to figure out which way they are. You kind of see this curve in here, so you could kind of figure that out. And if I just, I'm just grabbing a few of these and let's see what we can match up here. And normally I would have already put down my tape, and don't work with that. That doesn't work. Doesn't work here. Here, well, almost there. And everything I'm finding is going the opposite way, but you know, so just kind of giving you, that's not how I would do it, but anyway, and then you, if you adhered them, you know, you would take them up, and those would be in the negative spaces where they at. That takes a little longer naturally to do that. You can see that sometimes they've just punched or they've cut out those pieces in between, or they've done a different color on top. And so with this punch, it matches those, not these big areas, but these here. So just letting you know, that's a shortcut kind of to, I say shortcut, if you're going to put all those little pieces in, it's going to take you a good 20 minutes or more to put those pieces in and stuff. So, but what you do is just put your little repositional tape underneath here. And then as you put them in, then when you lift this up, the pieces are already staying down. So that's just one way to look at that. And so I wanted to show you that. And this is still available. So, you know, that would be something that you could do. However, I've got something I'm going to, and I'm just going to use this cardstock as my background. But you could use white or whatever color. You could use another piece of paper. I'm using this piece of paper that is out of Painted Garden, the designer pack. Now I've already pre-cut some of this, but I wanted to be sure to show you how these punches work. And so we've got, I always forget to have my little pointer, and I have to wait for my camera to, there, you can see the little black line. There's a little black line right there and one over here. So whether you're right-handed, left-handed, doesn't matter. But that's where you kind of line your paper up when you start. Now it's going to make it to where this has got a little half a cut. And at the end, you'll end up having a piece that's cut off. Kind of like this. There. But it doesn't matter for what I'm doing today, and I'll show you why, because I'm going to trim it off anyway. But I just want to show you what it takes to punch one of these. And so I'm just kind of lining it up. And I make sure that this is pushed up here. And so there's my little line. And so I'm going to punch down. It's very simple. Then as I pull this forward, I want to match up these blue. I want to cover up the blue lines with the print. And I want to be sure that I'm holding this other side up against this ledge, because that's the only way to make sure it's straight. And so then you'll notice, and this will give us 5 of these punches across. And so there are ways to kind of design it if you want to have just the whole 5 punches across. So just, and so that's what it would look like with one punch. And see how I'm saying that this is, but it doesn't really matter whenever you're using it on a piece of paper and you want your design. It's just, that's the way it is. And of course, I'm going to offset these, so that'll be good to show. And this is your negatives. And so this is what you would want to save. And so I pull out the long pieces, whether, and then all these other little pieces, I've just put them in this little bamboo bowl I have, because I can just pull them out as I need them. And I've just laid these over the side because they could still be used, and you could do 2 different colors if you use that Unbe-leaf-able recipe template. Now, I also want to punch me 3 of these little bugs out, which I'm going to use later on this page. And you know, you put the little black behind them. You can have them on the other side, kind of the white side or the green side. And I know ladybugs are normally red or kind of a yellowish, but this is what I'm working with. So I'm going to just do this real quick design. And and then I'll just show you a couple other little tips. All right, so I have already taken a piece of paper of these, and I've got, this is cut at, I believe, 5.5 inches. Yes, because after I'd cut my strips, I had a little bit left, but I had trimmed off and forgot to go ahead and cut that other 3rd one. But anyway, this is 5.5, and that I'm going to go probably down to here. But what we're going to do, and these I took and trimmed off the bottom. Like I say, these pieces, once you have, and this is like a leftover piece, and so if you trim it, you just kind of follow the curve, turn over, and follow the curve again, and it gives you a perfect point. And so I'm just doing the one side right now because I'm going to use this as an embellishment on my other side. So well, that's trash. So I'm going to offset these, and of course I want to have this kind of at the top, and then this one in between, and then this one. And so I'm just kind of leveling them up there. So I'm just going to quick put some repo on this, and I know I need to go up for this top one. And the repo really makes this go much faster. Just have a little bit. So since I'm lining up this at the top, and of course you could use any of the other designer paper that's in that pack. I just thought the cardstock was good to use. It gives a contrast. Now, because I've trimmed all these three off at the bottom, and see, and I flipped this one. That's all I done was flip this one. And we could really have done the others, but I'm going to use that lighter color. And I'm just doing a little bit on the sides, and my mat and all that stuff is covered up. So I want to just offset these in between like that. Now I've got one more. Hope everyone is doing good. This is a nice spring day for us, South Carolina, and so hopefully y'all are enjoying the spring weather. I've been doing a little planning, and hopefully, y'all. I had fun yesterday. Just thought, oh, let's just do a video with me trying to garden because like I said, I don't do it well. All right, so these are off, and so I'm just going to trim this. And so I like to do it from the back side because that way then I've got my paper as my guide. And so I use my micro tip scissors, perfect to just trim this off, these little pieces. It's such a clear cut, and that to me is completely trash. So I don't keep the trash, I just pitch it. So it's not. If you see any of the little things from your repo, I just rub them off. Now, the piece that I had left originally that I had cut these out of and things, I trimmed this to, what did I say, 5.5 inches, because I wanted to have a little room over here. And the reason is I wanted to put a few on this side. Let's just let's need about 3 there. So I think I'm just going to cut off these 3 here at the bottom. And that'll give it, well, I don't know. I should have probably went up another notch. Say, let me move this up just a little bit so you can see that. Be off the edge there. Yeah, I probably should have went another. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter, you know, because you just got to. I was thinking of this diagonal, but that would be all the way up here, and I don't want it to be up that far. But I should have done 4 instead of the 3. I think would have looked better. And that mean I can't. I could definitely match that up. I do like that a little better. It's going to take a little ingenuity to do, or me punching another one. Or I can't. This one makes that go the wrong way. So I don't like that going that way. Goes the opposite way. And that's one thing you want to see, how the vines are going, you know. Anyway, I think I'm just going to leave it right there for right now. And this would be my piece that I would put in between and just overlay it. Yeah, you can do the, you know, welding on the back if you wanted to save that paper. But, you know, on cardstock, I don't mind just putting another piece of paper on it. I could actually do it to where, you know, if I wanted to cut a 1/2 inch off and have a little bit of a 1/4 inch at the top and bottom, I could, because these are my place cards. And so these represent what my pictures would look like on here. So these were 3.5 by 5.5, 3.5 by 5. I'm sorry. So, because I would trim off the pictures a little bit, and that would be a perfect look there. If I do it this way, I would just bring it down a little bit, have a little bit more distance in between. So they're just kind of matching. And so, but then you got your little, and you got a place here. You could actually do a little journal box or a title here or something. I could do the little bug here. I wanted to turn this one over and have him, you know, oh, and maybe he should be over here on this one, you know, because we like them kind of touching the paper and stuff, or matching up there. But that's kind of my page. And so just kind of showing you that is a way to use this leaf and, you know, border punch. And so just kind of showing you something there. Hopefully that makes sense. And it might be something that you think, well, that might be worth the investment. Because if I was going to order anyway, this would be a good time to do it and be able to pull something that they have. So thought you would like that. Also, I thought, well, let me just put this over here aside. And what if I show you something else here? I had cut out, and these were a couple things. These were something else that somebody else had. And well, actually, Noreen Smith did this one. So, but that's a cute little embellishment, and it's just 2 of them with them trimmed off, and it's a nice little embellishment. This here was leftovers, which now I've got some leftovers. And if I have my leaves all going up toward, you know, and I just overlap them here, and I would just use repositional tape, and that's kind of cute. And it's kind of gives this star look here in the center. And so, like I said, remember how I said to watch which way your leaves are going? Well, let's turn them the opposite way to where the point, you know, the leaves are kind of focused in. And if I offset those, that's kind of neat looking. And this again, Noreen Smith showed this, and I just want to pass them on to you and see how that looks like. It's got a square in the center, but still a beautiful leaf, beautiful embellishment, nice little cluster that you could do. And I don't even have to put this one here. I could do another little cluster and just have a shorter picture here, have a, you know, a 3.5 by 3.5. or something. You know, add some little bugs on it. You could, you know, stick this little bug up here. So those are both of these punches, both of these items. Like I say, the paper is gorgeous. And so just turn it back. But hopefully you like what you saw. Like I say, now let me show you something else. What if we turn this, because say that you have this orientation on your pictures, and let's put this up here. What about that? What if you we didn't use this, but we used an inch piece here to bring this over? Just some different options. I just love the way that we can transition things back and forth, whichever way. This would be a nice place to put a little cluster. Like one of these is part of your journey, but put a title here. You know, it just excellent ways to show these. So hopefully you enjoyed that today, and I appreciate it so very much. I will post this video soon, and so but I hope that you enjoyed it. Have a great day, and remember, this is Connie Skaggs from Charleston, South Carolina, as an independent creative memory advisor. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate it. If you do not have a consultant or an advisor that is servicing you, I'd be glad to do that. You can go on my website, which is and you can just, if you're on a Creative Memories site, just a regular site, you can just search me by name, Connie Skaggs. You can go to Charleston, South Carolina, and there's a list of ones there. My zip code is 29456. That's the easiest way to find me on the website. And once you find it and once you order, it's great, because then I'll reach out to you. I can get information from you and be in contact with you. Again, just or put a note and say, can you get in contact with me? I will try my best to do that by getting a message back to you. And so I appreciate it very much, and hopefully you will have a wonderful day. And if you think you'd like to do this as a side gig, you can contact me too, because I am a team builder, and I appreciate any of those. If you have already signed up under CM and you don't have an upline or anything, and you just buy from the company, why not get plugged into a team where you can get some other just random advice and things that I would love to be able to share with you. So I appreciate it so much. You all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you.